What is up, guys? Long time no see. But today is gonna be a bit of a different video because I want to talk about my whole body transformation journey, how I got looking like this, in terms of the bodybuilding stuff, the tattoos, and all the other stuff that I did to myself during this long journey. So starting from my childhood, I don't remember too much of it. Just as in my youth, I don't know. I rarely remember anything when it comes to that because it was like a very bad time for me. My childhood was beautiful, honestly. Like I grew up in a very nice family. I love my parents, I love my sister, all this type of stuff. But in my youth, for example, I was facing some difficulties, I would say. Like I always felt kind of weird when it came to my identity and all this type of stuff. So I just was never really happy with the way I was looking. I'm still not happy with the way I'm looking. I mean, I'm way happier than I used to be, but I'm still not where I want to be, which is kind of stupid because you can't just like modify your body to the point, to this point and not be satisfied, like that's just like, it's just stupid. At some point you just have to not push the outside, you also have to push the inside, develop your character and find happiness through other stuff, but I'm not there yet fully. So yeah, so when it comes to my youth, I was unhappy with the way I was looking, like I said, and this led to me not eating enough and also developing an eating disorder. I was anorexic from like, I think 13, 14 till 17, 18, maybe even 19. I mean, I was already in recovery when I was 19, I'm pretty sure about that. At my lowest, I was weighing at around, like I'm pretty sure it was exactly 88 pounds. So I was super light. I did not hit puberty because I was so malnourished. And yeah, I also got bullied pretty hard for being so skinny and looking so young, which is funny because now I look way older than I am. I feel like at least a lot of people tell me that I look 30 plus, even though I'm only 25. But yeah, that's what the supplements do, you know what I'm saying? When I was 17, 18, I hit a point where I was like, yo, I can't keep going like this. Like the bullying got super bad. I was, like I said, only weighing about 90 pounds, which is super unhealthy. I was 5'4", I think, so I was also pretty short. So I just knew I did not even, like, my voice was not even getting deep. So I was like, okay, I definitely have to make a change. If I keep eating nothing, then I'm not gonna hit puberty and I'm gonna look like a kid for the rest of my life. And that was like literally the opposite of what I wanted. So I started eating more. I'm not gonna go into detail what happened that I started eating more again, because like there was like kind of like an experience that I just don't want to share, but it definitely hit like a breaking point. And I started eating more, but I still knew that something was off. So I went to the doctor, got everything checked out. He said my testosterone was super low. So I got on testosterone at a very young age. Like I said, at 17, I got tests for half a year. I think I got testosterone and NSAID once a month, which is fucking stupid. And it completely ruined my HPTA. After that, my HPTA is like the axis, the hypo. I don't know the exact word, but it's like the gonad axis, the thing that determines how much testosterone you're producing. So I completely fucked that shit. And yeah, after that, I started getting into puberty. My voice started to lower. I started to develop like a little bit of more masculine features in my face and stuff like that. Started gaining some muscle. And after the half year of testosterone, I was off testosterone up until 19 and a half. And then I got to the doctor again and said, yo, I'm feeling like even worse after you gave me this testosterone. So they put me on testosterone again. I got the testosterone gel first, then Nebido. And Nebido is like testosterone and decanoate, which is like a super long acting testosterone. And yeah, I've been on testosterone ever since I'm 20 now. I'm 25, like I said, 5 years on test. Also tried other stuff. I'm not gonna go into detail about that because I'm not even sure if I can. But yeah, so I started working out when I was like 18, I think, pretty much around my 18th birthday. And I got results pretty fast, even though I had low testosterone. So yeah, my genetics definitely played a little role in the way of how I could build muscle and all this type of stuff. So I'm very happy with that. And like I said, started going to the gym when I was 18, and I got some results, and I'm still going to the gym. Obviously, never really had a completely like time off of the gym. Maybe like here a week after like a big tattoo session or something like that, but never really took like more than a week off, I think, in those now almost 8 years, which is crazy. So yeah, 8 years consistently going to the gym. But yeah, like I said, I was never really, like, I'm still not happy with the way I'm looking. So I also started getting into tattoos because it's obviously like another way of modifying your body. I got my first tattoo when I was, I think, 21, maybe. Yeah, I was 21, I think. Yeah, 21. It was mid 2022. I just got like, in 2022, I got like 3 tattoos, I think, in total. So not too many. But yeah, the rest of my journey is always been kind of more, like after 2022, I got like a lot of tattoos in 2023, a lot of in 2024, and I'm still getting a lot of tattoos. It just has slowed down like maybe the last 6 to 9 months, I would say. Then I'm just like getting tattoos every couple of months because I'm now way more locked into the gym than I was the past couple of years, because I was doing just way too much other stuff like tattoos, like partying and stuff like that, you know. But now I'm pretty locked into the gym, so I'm not getting too many tattoos, because getting tattoos always means taking a week off, especially with the kind of tattoos that I'm getting, like the blackouts and stuff like that. They're pretty big, you know, so I can't work out for like at least a week after I got them. But yeah, that's my journey. Maybe some people can understand why I look like I do, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. But like I said, you can't always focus on the outside. You also have to look on the inside, which I did. Obviously, I mean, my character developed way more than my body, I feel like, within the past couple of years. But the character also is like, has like so much more potential to get developed, you know. So in terms of like in comparison to your looks, because you can only do so much. I mean, like one day I'll be covered in tattoos from head to toe, which I am almost already. And in terms of the gym, I'm also not gonna be able to make progress forever. Eventually I'll get old, and then you have to face yourself and look in the mirror, look underneath, and see what's left, you know. So definitely focus on your character development as well, not only the outside. And that's what I'm going for right now. That's why I'm doing all these videos. Yup. Have a nice day.